always do that. It's called Shredder's Revenge. It's on Steam.
Okay.
Oh, if it's remote play,
Yeah, Tommy,
only one of us needs to own it.
Tommy was playing that last week.
Oh, bro, it's remote play.
Oh.
You can play as Casey Jones, Shredder, and April. That's how it's 6 players. Or I guess that's 7 characters available.
Yeah, well, I didn't even think when you were like, oh, it's 6-player compatible, I didn't think that there's only 4 Ninja Turtles. I didn't. I was just like, oh, cool, 6 person.
There's 6 Donatellos.
Yeah, that'd be tight.
I'm stoked Casey Jones is in it, though.
From the, he was my favorite from the second Ninja Turtles movie.
Mm-hmm. I should rewatch those. It's been so long.
I'm sure, like, I'm highly confident that they don't live up to your memory of how good they used to be.
No. Absolutely. You're right.
All right, so Jesse, you want to make Kitty Cat screen the main screen on
I can do that.
How to Kick Flip a Horse overlay?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if we were going to talk about other stuff and just wanted it in the background or what.
I mean, just to start, I guess.
My wish is your command.
Thank you.
I mean, wait, the opposite.
The only other thing is,
Oops.
as per usual, stream is much quieter than Discord.
Always.
We are all clear and audible.
That's good.
And
I'll just actually talk into my mic.
Turn your volume up.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a end user problem. Turn your volume up.
Why don't you get the loud one?
Ladies and gentlemen, your audio is not our problem.
We've got enough of those of our own.
I should have just fucking set the game to stray so that people would actually like jump in.
Go for it.
Fuck yeah, let's do it. Should I just restart the stream?
Whatever. It'll change the title, right?
It'll change the oh yeah, I guess I just need to change the category. We're milking this shit, baby.
I can't wait to see all this.
People tune in just to watch Stray content.
Oh, okay. All right. They're getting that one achievement.
I'm going to say unlocking Stray achievements.
Amazing. Brilliant. This guy's a fucking marketing genius. Alright, so final tech concern for me is I don't have enough screen real estate to have my notes, the chat, and the game open at the same time. So someone else
I can have
on the chat.
I can have chat open in OBS. And if you can, have you figured out how to make the game not pause when it's tabbed?
No, but I have arranged my windows so that I can read my notes while it is open.
Okay, cool. Oh shit, we're getting Tommy too? Oh fuck. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Tommy's
coming?
Yeah, he said he'll be on a 9.
Late edition Tommy. Love that guy.
He's a good guy.
Actually, I love that so much I'm changing my thumbs up to a heart.
Yeah.
Alright, well,
Man, I'd be so pissed if it were like 6 p.m. and I didn't know if I had to do more work. I'd be so upset by that.
That sucks.
His job sounds like a real shit show.
I need like at least a nighttime before I'm doing anything that I'm told I need to do. You know what I mean? Like you want to tell me something needs to go down, it's not a same day event. You tell me and then I gotta sleep on it, get prepared, and then we do it the next day.
I feel you 100%.
I mean, I just my shit these days right now. It's like, okay, well, this needs to get done, and then it's just like, oh, that's not gonna happen by 5 p.m. Like,
right?
This needs everyone's gonna be reviewing whatever I put together tonight, tomorrow. So if that takes until 9, that's what it is.
Right. And that's just stressful in my opinion.
It is stressful. What sucks is also the on Wednesday deciding, yeah, okay, we want you here on site in a different city on Friday.
Yeah, that's a bummer. Oh, I found the pause and focus lost option.
Hell yeah.
Amazing.
Awesome. I'm grabbing these fish
Playing
sticks.
changes. Jesus.
Are you okay, Fish?
It will be. He sure does love those fish sticks.
I can't believe that Kanye was still like rapping about that like 15, I don't know, 10 years after South Park made that joke.
He was just still mad about it.
Yeah, he was just still like he had it in a
Amazing.
rap like I want to say like I don't know 2 years ago. Basically, like some like South Park fuck like you want to fish dick like fuck like I don't something stupid like.
Kanye West is a weird nerd for sure.
I mean, I think he's kind of like it's an open secret that he's bipolar.
Sure,
And,
I mean, I'm not like faulting the guy for that. I'm just
No,
saying that aside, still a big weirdo.
yeah, and I don't mean to like kind of insult that medical condition, but it's more of I think that like he actively avoids treatment for it because it's one of these. From my understanding of that condition, it's like when you're on the verge of having an episode, you feel like you're incredibly creative, and it's kind of like chasing the dragon. And
True.
so he doesn't want to treat himself for the issues that he's dealing with because he feels that like that potential. I mean, this is just me making shit up, but like feels that
Welcome to How to Kickflip a Horse, where we psychoanalyze celebrities. No, I know.
Oh.
I understand what you're saying. It's possible to be mentally ill and an asshole.
Yeah, very, very much so.
He's also super rich and ought to have access to the highest care available. So, to a certain extent, I'm sure there's, I started that sentence poorly. I'm sure there's tons of people that are in some way enabling him and his shitty behavior. Not to mention the entire media apparatus. But to a certain point, I feel like that's his own shit, and it's not cool to, regardless of your level of fame and influence, to force it on other people to have to deal with your shit.
Yeah, especially when you like openly say, "Oh, I'm gonna pretend to run for president just to steal votes from Democrats."
I wonder how many write-ins he got. Probably a lot.
Too many is the answer.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hello.
Hey, buddy. How's that fish?
It's still a little hot. I'll let you know though.
It's a little hot.
A little hot. I would die of malnutrition if I weren't married. My wife is my entire motivation for eating anything besides pizza and fish sticks. I barely remembered. Like, I'm lucky I remembered to eat today. Yesterday, I just completely forgot to eat.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah.
You set an alarm or something.
Yeah. I'm an adult.
He's trying. Well, I guess now that you're back with your fish sticks, we can do you want to do the intro of the show? I did it last week. Does anyone else want to do it? Does the guy eating dinner on the stream want to do the intro?
Sure.
Take a big bite of fish stick.
Why would we do your mouth? Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to How to Kickflip a Horse, a semi-regular at best podcast where we go by the rule of cool in RPGs. We take the crunch out of the crunchy, make it a little chewy, and try to play some lesser-known RPGs, and generally have a great fucking time. Thank you for joining us. I am joined by my sexy co-hosts, Paul.
Hola.
And Ivan.
Hello, nameless voice from the void.
My name is Jesse, and later on we will be joined by Tommy. Let's get right into it.
Yeah. All right, hold on. I got.
I guess I should say today we're doing From the Horse's Mouth, where we're going to talk about stuff that we find interesting, as well as watch a sleeping kitty and knock out some achievements in Stray, while we use the Stray brand to promote our own brand. Take that.
This is called social engineering. What we're doing here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, thanks for tuning in. We are going to be playing some Stray. We're going to be playing my favorite part of the game. Anyone who has tuned in last week or watched our previous episode on our YouTube will know that at some point during that show, our beloved friend Tommy gifted me a copy of the game Stray.
Mm-hmm.
And I played it pretty much every night since then, and I beat it yesterday. So now I'm going around trying to unlock all these achievements because it's a real fun game, and this is my favorite part of it. Part where you watch a kitty cat sleep in an apartment full of books and graffiti stickers.
Good kitty.
Such a good kitty. Let's see if it'll pause when I tab out. Nice. It stayed. Fantastic.
How far is it going to zoom out?
That's a pretty good question. I've never. Ooh, I just got a lightning strike out here.
Nice.
Ooh.
It's just a planetary.
Hear that?
shot.
I heard that.
Whoa, yeah, I can hear that too. That's awesome. Oh, I love the crossed out $sign sticker. Hell yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun art and graffiti all over this game. It's a really, really good game. I'm not gonna do a proper playthrough for the bit, but the gameplay is fun. There's never any parts. There's like a couple parts where you're like climbing on shit where you're like, why can't I hop on this thing?
Right.
And there's not really any good reason for you not to be able to hop on said thing. Most stuff you can hop on.
Not part of the game.
Yeah, it's just like there's nothing to see up there. So like that's kind of cool. Like the only places you can go are places where there is stuff. If that makes any sense.
So it's like open world, but not at the same time.
It's like a very small open world. Yeah, loud fucking lightning.
Wow.
That is, yeah. Okay.
That shit is close.
We were having that storm. Jesse, did that blow through your way too? Because it was intense about 5 o'clock here.
Yeah,
What, today?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's probably part of that same storm.
Yeah, the weather in my area says it's storming for the next 7 days.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Sweet Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Better start on that arc, man.
Yeah, too late. Did you hear about the fucking, I can't remember what state it was in, but some asshole tried to actually build an ark and then tried to sue like the state for rain damage or something?
I do know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know what state that was in, but yeah, the replica Noah's Ark. The guy wanted to. He was suing for. I think he was trying to sue the insurance company for not covering flood damage on it.
Right, something like absolutely asinine.
Yeah, like, bro, why'd you build such a big shitty boat?
Yeah, like it's a boat, right? Like
sounds like your boat sucks.
Yeah.
I don't think the two of every animal are going to survive on that thing.
Well, you see, this storm wasn't from God.
Right.
This was just a regular one.
Have you seen that as Eddie Izzard skit where he's like, and the ducks are like, we're not going. They're like, but it's going to rain. So what?
Nice.
Yeah, it just doesn't take into account all the other animals.
I have not, but I am now seeing it in my head because of your Eddie Izzard impersonation there.
There's the one.
Haven't got a garage.
Perry Bible Fellowship, where it's the dinosaurs waking up late to get on the ark.
Yes.
I was just thinking how it's like in all of the like old biblical pictures as they're painting two of every animal going, they always have two male lions.
They didn't know about sexual dimorphism yet.
Right, all the frogs are just
They
switching
just thought-
genders and frustrating Noah.
I just thought
Switching
some of
sexes,
the
excuse me,
lines were
excuse me.
metalheads.
Some of the lines are metalheads. I accidentally called sex gender there, and I need to definitely
You
backpedal on that one.
bastard.
Yep,
You unconscionable, unforgivable bastard.
pretty much.
I was working on something and I put in like, oh, this is, this current process is wasting lots of man hours, and got corrected on like, no, person hours. I was like, oh, yeah.
I mean man hours the way I mean horsepower. I don't think that men are actually doing all of this work.
Right. How many horses do you have in that car? How small are they?
The abstract man.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, I mean, language is funny, and it's changing all the time. You can tell that there is potential for progress if your language is still developing. You haven't stagnated all the way. Stuff can get better.
Mm-hmm.
I loved the there are no pronouns in the Bible discourse.
Oh, God.
What?
Did you not see that? It was about a 2-day meme. Some fucking Christo-fascist asshole politician was like, Jesus didn't use pronouns when he introduced himself.
Yes.
And then it was like, buddy, check out the Bible, all the places where he's like, and I am he.
Exactly. He literally calls himself he.
So there was another Christo-fascist asshole said the same thing about like, it was like there's no pronouns in the Declaration of Independence or something.
Are you fucking clowns? Oh my god.
And then someone what I viewed as the final death blow in all of the hilarious comebacks was someone just being like, I'm starting to think the Republicans just don't know what pronouns are.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's probably it. They just know they don't like them because they're important to the people that they want to oppress.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it's a complete abstract to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what it is. They have a target box.
Which is
and they just put anything in
unfortunately
there.
why you can't really argue with them.
Exactly.
Right. But can't argue with someone that's not coming into the discussion like with an intent to, like, not coming in with a I'm totally fucking up.
You got
bad
this.
Bad faith stance.
Yeah, bad faith, exactly. Like, they're not coming in to actually have a discourse. They're coming in just to fucking like poke you.
Right. They're trying to. They're just looking for gotchas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
they're completely soulless and so blatantly narcissistic that even getting fucking dunked on and dunked on and dunked on, as long as they are where they are, they're like happy to be there. It's like fucking pig and shit, man.
Then they'll just use shitty terms at the end of sentences that just like based. They'll just like say based, and you're like, what? Like what?
Yeah, like stop, just stop. So let's change the subject to climate change and or no, you know what? Let's hold off on that. Let's hold off on the sunny side of life because I wanted to ask you guys what you guys have been playing. I already said I've been playing Stray all week.
Hell yeah. I could start because I have been abso-fucking-lutely loving the Long Dark.
Hell yeah.
I think you said it best, Ivan, when you saw me playing it and messaged me and said, this guy's surviving the quiet apocalypse. Which is a great way to put it. It's really great for my ADHD. It's got a really great crafting system, and like management of your health and stats is not like burdensome, but it is like a constant source of motivation. So I like that a lot. It rewards players for playing smart and playing slow and doing things that you would do in real life instead of like, they're like, oh, I'll just run out, run this mile in the snowstorm.
Yeah.
and just keep
We'll
going
just
on.
climb this rock face real quick.
Right, yeah, you're not Skyrim jumping up the rock there. It's like, yeah, you got 30 kilos on you, dude. You're not really jumping. Yeah.
There is a jump. There is a jump mod for
Is there?
Long Dark. It's unreliable at best, but I
Yeah.
feel like that's the way it ought to be.
At this point, I would just get frustrated because I'd be trying to pull up my radius. But yeah, so I've been really hating Rocket League recently, so this has been a really good reprise
Nice
for me.
reprieve.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Well, I've been into some classics as of recent. I borrowed a while ago my buddy's Nintendo Switch, and
Jelly.
he had Smash Bros. Ultimate on it, and I spent a lot of hours playing the actual the adventure mode, the World of Light, where you're actually like going through and I mean, it is, it's a fighting game, so, like, it is repetitive of, like, oh, okay, like, here's this other guy, I gotta fight him. Here's this other guy, I gotta fight him. Here's this other guy, I gotta fight him. Everything is just a fight. But, I put in way too many hours playing the World of Light, actually beating that game and starting a new game plus on it.
Oh wow. Who's your main in Smash?
That would be Zero Suit Samus.
Ooh.
Oh no shit.
Tommy would be happy to hear that.
Yeah, I'm a regular Samus. What do you what do you like about Zero Suit?
She like so it's a weird thing with like playing the adventure mode. You get to unlock various things, and so like you can unlock a third jump. So like you know how it's like you get a double jump in Smash Brothers. Well, you can get a third jump once you are playing the adventure mode. And so I don't know. It's very recoverable, and like you can move around with her. She's very just like you can get across the screen pretty quick if you need to, get from A to B. Like
Sure.
Also, I'm just gonna say I'm also not good at this game. I'm playing it now on the New Game Plus in I think hard mode, but I did have to drop it back to normal to beat some of the bosses, and then it's just like I can just cheese through it. Like okay, three moves get me where I want to be. Like if I was actually playing competitively against a person that knew how to play this game, I got no chance whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
That and throwing it back to I restarted also a New Game Plus of God of War on PS4.
Wow.
Cool.
Boy.
I have heard that is quite a good game.
I'm getting hyped. They're releasing the next game of the sequel, I guess, beginning of November.
Nice.
I had a friend that was going to be bedridden for a bit for some operation, and I was telling him, I was like, hey, like, if you want a game to play, this was one of my favorite games ever. And he comes back to me with an article of like it won, and I don't know who did this rating, but it was like best game ever of God of War, like the I don't know what they call it, God of War 4, God of War PS4, whatever. Like that game is. I mean, I just fucking loved it and was happy to see that it was reviewed as well, like that highly as well.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I definitely have the Steam John on my wish list. I would play that. I played the first two of the old ones. They were all on PS2, right?
I think so.
This is the first of any of the God of War games that I played was that one.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
The old ones were pretty insane. They were like they were like harder Devil May Cry sorta.
Yeah, it was like context sensitive, like action platformery kinda.
Yeah, there was like the weird
Cool
Uncharted
combos.
like climbing sequences and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like way before Uncharted was a thing, I think.
Right.
Um,
Honestly, for me, I think it was more of a game about story than gameplay. Like, I'll probably watch a playthrough of it, but not play it myself.
Interesting.
But I haven't played the newest one, so.
yeah, the newest one, the gameplay is like completely different. It's like over
Is
the
it?
shoulder. Yeah.
Yeah, it's and I didn't play any of them, but I kind of envisioned from some of the screenshots I saw, like a little bit of almost like side scroller type action for
Yeah,
like
it's
the
like
first.
it's like pretty beat 'em uppy. And it everything was like took place in these like huge environments. So like sometimes the camera would just be pulled out on this like, you know, objectively beautiful landscape, and you're just this tiny little guy ripping other guys in half while you're
Right.
gazing on this like beautiful vista, and shit like that. So it was like more cinematic than like the over the shoulder style really allows for. It was like, if I remember correctly, it was almost like a bullet hell. Like just the amount of dudes that you fought at any given time, and like I also remember it like being pretty difficult.
Yeah, I remember there being
Just,
some
like,
pretty
getting-
serious hard parts.
Getting dunked on by the final boss in the first game in particular was one of the most infuriating final bosses that I've actually beaten.
Was that the giant statue thing?
Was it the giant stat? No, it's just Big Ares.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
I feel like I do remember the big statue fight being a big pain in the ass too.
I just remember the
So
end
I
of one of
don't
the games
remember.
was like Kratos on the back of like the Titans as they were climbing up Mount Olympus to go fuck up the gods.
Hell yeah. Yeah, Kratos fucking hates all those gods, man.
Yep.
Not feeling it one bit.
I mean, they're
So
fucking dicks.
I went into this like I bought my PS4 like at the very start of like COVID lockdowns, and got God of War, and just was like, oh, what are good PS4 games that I can play by myself? And that was the entire context that I had of it, and just with no background on it, like went into it, and that story was fucking killer.
Nice.
That is a great game.
Yeah, I might just have to watch a like God of War storyline video. I'm sure there's some on YouTube.
I didn't watch all of it. I just watched the first couple of cinematics from it. But someone put up all of the Legacy of Kain series
Oh hell
videos.
yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, it's like 6 hours.
Yeah, it's a long ass time.
It was really funny. The beginning of Blood Omen makes so little sense. It's so just out of nowhere.
The original Blood Omen, like we're talking about the first game,
Yeah.
where it's just like, oh, I'm being murdered now.
Well, so like the opening cinematics, yeah, it starts with like dudes like standing around a pool, and Vorador kicks the door in, obliterates like 9 guys. So your first thought, I
Right,
I
because
was
you're
trying to
taking out
think,
the scribes or whatever, right? Isn't that what?
yeah, it's the original Circle members,
Right, and then I distinctly remember though, like one lady screaming, and then there's like a shadow running, and it falls over, like a flash of light. It falls over. Yeah.
Yep. He blasts the skin off the one dude.
Oh yeah, I love when that happens in that game.
So I was thinking, like, imagine you're somehow playing just the first Blood Omen without knowing anything about the series at all. This is your first contact, is the menu screen, and then this opening cinematic.
Mm-hmm.
So then Vorador kicks the door and kills all these dudes. You start thinking, oh, that must be Kain. I'm probably playing as this guy. And then, so then that whole shit comes in. He does the call your dogs. They can feast on your corpses.
Yes.
and punches Malik in the head. And then it cuts straight away from that when Malik gets knocked out, as though events are unfolding now from Malik's point of view,
right?
To Malik being chained up, getting his soul stuck in the armor.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, you're probably thinking, "Oh, I must be playing as this guy. This guy must be Kane."
Yep, I remember thinking that exact. Yep.
And then still no.
Yeah.
Now you're just some dipshit in a bar.
And it literally...
It's like, let me get a beer, and the guy's like, no, and then you get outside and you just get murdered.
Yeah,
like,
it
what
literally...
What the fuck is happening?
It literally starts you with an impossible fight. The first thing you do in that game is an impossible fight.
Yeah, it's like you just get fucking rocked, and then another cinematic happens, and then you're finally with the main character. And it's just like,
right?
Why was this the order of operation?
And then that
like,
cinematic doesn't make any sense either, because you're all like, you've literally been run through with a sword straight through the heart. You're still alive. Yeah. You're essentially crucified on top of this volcano, and then fucking what's his name? The first guy you said comes back and is like, "I'm gonna make you a vampire and give you life."
Right.
That's what's his name, right?
No, it's actually Mortanius.
It's Mortanius. That's right.
Gives Kane his vampirism. Avorador.
I need to re-look up.
Hey, Tommy.
Characters. Tombo.
What's up?
How's it going?
Good. I'm looking at. I just got on my computer. Have you seen this Turbo Golf Racing?
Oh my god!
I did see that. It's just Rocket League Golf.
It looks like it's Rocket League Golf with like a. So it looks like you're like as you advance down the course, you have to bring the ball with you. So as you're like going downhill, you're seemingly like, and then you may even hit extra spots to get even more points.
Mm.
Yeah, you know, I've really developed a love for cards and balls in the last couple of years. I had a picture I wanted to send you. I had Rachel take it. I got into Diamond for the first time. I was very happy to be in my Diamond 1.
Congratulations, Tommy.
Yeah, I haven't fallen out yet, but I'm sure I will.
You know what they say about diamonds, Tommy?
The top.
Was that no Diamond champion?
He's getting into the real, like not the real rank, but he's getting to high rank.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
I would say because I always found that aggravating when people would be like, dude, like I can't believe you suck and you're platinum. I'm like, you think platinum's good or something? Like I'm like, dude, I'm terrible at this game.
Right.
That's awesome.
Admittedly.
The meta's so weird right now though, because kids are like just getting really into advanced mechanics and not learning the game at all. So you'll have people that play platinum that can't play the game worth shit, but they can do like multi-spin aerial flip resets and shit.
I've definitely noticed that. That is crazy.
And you're like,
not to cut you off of whatever you were saying prior.
No. And it's also like, for me recently, it's been like, yo, your spinny shots don't look cool because everybody does them, and you look even dumber when you miss. Because you're just holding it.
For my YouTube channel, though.
Yeah, it's like, you could also just make it.
Like you can just shoot forward. You don't have to do a barrel roll first. Like
you just make the shot, you fucking scrub.
Right. You know what's super cool is I prefer winning. That's what I really like.
Hey man, don't you know I can only have fun if I win?
Right.
Duh. Dude, I've been playing this one game that I've been enjoying.
How did you know the first question that we were on? That's awesome.
That's true. It was exactly the right time too. We just finished.
Oh hell yes! I'm in sync. We're really
watching the stream.
You really are.
Yeah, I was watching the stream. No. I was playing. I still am. It's called Blood Roots, and it's a one-hit kill, die and retry. So like you go in and then you like
like a Hotline Miami.
Yeah. So you're just like constantly grinding out the level until you like kind of figure out your flow, and then you like execute. And then they break
a cool
up
art
into,
style.
Yeah. It looks fun, and it has like this Blood Roots.
One word.
Yeah, one word.
One word.
I'm gonna bring it up on the stream.
Oh yeah, do it. Yeah,
because we had the playlist too, we didn't figure that out before stream.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I don't know.
I don't.
I guess we'll figure it out now. I just don't know how. What's What's up?
How's Stray? Have you already talked about it?
Oh, yeah, that was what I started. What I started off with. We've actually got that on the stream right now. We're grinding for achievements.
Oh, hell yeah!
Watching the kitty cat sleep in this cool book-filled apartment, which is
Nice.
what I imagine my my house will look like someday when I'm a old insane man.
Old insane study. Welcome to my study.
It's a really, really good game. Thank you again so much for.
Yeah. No, I just knew it would. I knew it would land in the right place if it went to you.
Land on its feet, if you will.
Yeah, seriously.
Hey, cat jokes.
I like that.
So yeah, we were talking about Stray.
Oh, I'm really excited. I think I'm going to reward myself tomorrow for completing my summer class by buying the second newest Oddworld. Because they are remaking the quadrilogy in the new engine, and so they just remade Exodus last year.
Yeah, I think I saw exactly that.
I knew they had the remake of the first one not that long ago.
New and tasty, yeah.
New and tasty, yeah. Is that part of what you were talking about?
That's the remake of the first one, and then the remake of Exodus has come out, which is called Soulstorm.
Okay. And is the third one Munch's Odyssey?
I think it's Munch and then Outlander.
And then Stranger?
Stranger, yeah. Stranger's Wrath or whatever.
Stranger something, yeah. I never played that one.
I didn't either, but
I only remember vaguely you playing Munch on the OG Xbox at your dad's house back in the day.
Yep, goofy little puzzler.
Never got into that one. I liked the first Oddworld a lot. Exodus, I don't even know when I would have played that. But oh man, you guys got to stop this.
What's this? What's happening?
I don't want this every week. Paul just gifted me God of War.
Oh Jesus!
Hey,
thanks, buddy.
What a guy!
It's amazing.
I'm not buying you a game next week, Ivan.
Is it Ragnarok?
I would prefer if you didn't.
The guilt is far more crushing than the IP.
Right. I feel like that might be why you guys are doing this. You're trying to hurt me.
What a long time to have some long content at some point in the future talking about Ragnarok after I get that when it comes out in November.
Hell yeah.
Oh, so this is God of War with the first. This is 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
we were trying to figure it out earlier.
Is soon to come out, right?
Coming soon. Yep.
Oh, very cool. Yeah.
We briefly were talking about that at the beginning of the stream before you got on.
Also, I jumped on and I was like, "Oh, Paul's on," and then you didn't say anything for the entire duration. I was like, it's like a technical issue or something.
No, sorry, I was trying to figure out how to gift a game.
You know what's so crazy? Last time, I'm quiet for like 20 minutes because I had to run out to my work van and find my wallet, and then I quickly Googled how I gifted someone. I literally did the exact same thing.
That's hilarious.
I was like trying to do this nice thing, but I was like, oh, I'm not contributing to the stream at all. Like, I was like, oh, I'm sorry, but I'm working on this thing. It's gonna be cool. But no, that's awesome. That's so funny. You found yourself. That's funny.
It's amazing. It's like
I have no pressure to play that anytime soon, but before November is the.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I don't really have much else in the queue.
Your wish list on Steam says otherwise.
Queue is the games that I own and have not played.
The real queue. That's the vault.
The wish list is. The wish list is extensive, but there's a lot of video games.
Hell yeah! More every day almost.
And how will I remember to buy them if I don't have them all in one place?
If you don't, yeah. I have.
It's funny. It's probably the only shopping cart that doesn't like clear automatically. Like,
right.
If I go to like a tackle warehouse store, like if I do fishing, if you like log off or you're not on that site, they like clear your inventory immediately because it's like a huge. Well, it's like people were doing it to a certain president in their hat. You would like queue it up in your order and then just abandon the cart. But it like fucks with their algorithm because they will then be like, oh shit, like they're buying this.
Right.
So then,
They're buying it.
right.
So,
So
like, you see those things that's like 60 people have this in their cart.
Yeah. So they're like, oh shit, like put it on your
should order
projections
more
to
of
buy
these
more.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you dumb motherfucker.
God, I've been
him.
flying more recently, and it just pisses me off. Like as I come through the DC airports, and they still have that stuff, like
Yeah.
in the airports. Like, miss me yet? I'm like,
Oh my god.
no.
Yeah, like, let me get on a plane.
Right.
Away from this place. I mean, I miss no politician ever.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. I mean,
So-
you know, I'd have some of Jimmy Carter's peanuts.
You know what? I would too. I'm there for it.
Mm-hmm.
He got rid of the farm
I know.
because he thought it would be a conflict of interest.
God.
Like, oh
Can
my
you
god,
imagine?
he
Man.
got rid of his peanut farm.
We used to be so different. He got rid of his peanut farm for conflict of interest, and Trump buried his first wife on his golf course for a tax break.
No, that shit is like the most morbid
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
like.
Mm-hmm.
ugh,
Dude, you just
I don't even. It's mind-boggling.
It
It's so morbid. I couldn't come up with a good joke, and
No.
it's
Right.
about people that I hate.
I know,
Like,
right?
no, like-
This happened to and was perpetrated by people that.
But
are
there's, like,
objectively
people-
awful. It's like
there have
can't-
been people that have lived in more palatably, like, worser times that looked like they were going to grow even worse, and they didn't even write this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they
but
would
they've
be
seen,
like,
they're
yo,
yeah,
y'all need to
we'd
take
like,
it easy.
yeah, like, you know, there's like people watching pharaohs go insane and kings go insane, and they still didn't think that like
Yeah.
that would be some of the shit that we would
Right.
pull.
If you're making
Alright.
Mangala cringe, you know.
Yeah. Right, and like Nero's like this guy.
right.
But oh my.
Yeah, Nero's like a good thing our tax laws aren't that fucked up.
Yeah, right.
Yo, speaking of politicians, check out the new Gluckin design. I've got it on the stream right now.
New Gluckin design.
Huh.
Yeah.
I thought that was a screenshot from Mass Effect.
Oh shit. Yeah, I see what you're saying. But like that could totally be a U.S. president.
Yep. It's what happens if you combine all of them.
Right. They happen to form like Voltron.
They form like Glucon.
Have you guys beaten Oddworld, the original?
So it's funny
First
because
one, yeah.
So you've seen a Gluckin without its coat?
I don't remember that part. Does he have like a bunch of like weird little withery arms?
Yeah, he's got like a weird little withery like body and legs and walks around on his hands.
Oh no shit.
I'll
Is
bring
that
a
what
picture
Munch
up.
is?
Munch is I forget what Munch is. Munch is something like you're on the right track if I recall correctly.
adjacent the two.
Looking adjacent.
Because I'm
Does it
pretty
show
sure.
up in this?
Fucking
Oh, he's just watching the video.
no, I'm just pulling up a gross ass Gluckin without its body.
I got you.
Shit, I gotta grab
Put it in
myself
the,
up.
Discord.
You buying a game?
Gotta.
No, my brother went shark fishing the other day and he caught like a fucking 5-foot shark out of the
Jesus.
Delaware Ocean.
Do you know what
Whoa.
kind?
Yeah, it was very cool. I'll pop once I find my cell phone, I'm gonna pop it into the chat.
Nice.
But-
Ivan, in the meanwhile,
What's
can you
up?
tell me more about hard Mountain Dews?
And they're only available in Tennessee, Iowa, and Florida.
That tells you a lot. That should tell you a lot. Right away.
Hard Mountain Dew.
Have you not heard about this? I feel like I may have too many group chats going. I can't remember who I've talked to about Hard Mountain Dew. And who
I'm in
hasn't.
like 4 out of 5 of them.
This is kind of the first I'm hearing of them, so enlighten me.
So I saw a photo on the internet, or as I
Wait,
like
back
to
this
call
up. The internet?
I will bring up
Is
a
that-
photo of it as long as if you just acknowledge
man.
this creepy Gluckin first.
Yeah. I see that Gluckin. Oh, he looks like Add Sebulba.
Yeah, he does look like Sebulba, and look at him cheeks.
What about a turtle?
He got Hank Hill ass.
He ain't clapping.
We'll do a turglucken for the holidays.
Oh my god.
Oh wow. That's a Madokin stuffed inside of a slig, stuffed inside a Glucken.
Obviously. You're clearly a person of culture.
Yeah, right?
Oh yeah. I used to work at Rupture Farms.
I used to work at Rupture Farms.
I was employee of the month.
I had a pretty good job. Sorry.
I saw a photo on the internet that was a hard Mountain Dew next to a bottle of Fernet, which is Fernet Branca is what's it called? An Amaro. It's like a herbal liqueur, basically.
Horrible.
I think it's great. It's good for when you've drank a little too much and you don't want to stop drinking.
Oh.
It will settle your stomach and has booze in it. So it was the Baja Blast mixed with, I presume, just a shot of Fernet in it. Which in the post was presented as an oddity or a gross out type of thing. But my thought was, this is probably good. Because, like an insane person, I have had Monster energy drink with bourbon in it. And it's actually good.
Now, is it zero sugar Monster?
No, I did it with the regular full flavor.
You think the aspartame tastes better?
No, I don't.
Okay, I agree.
I used to prefer the blue Monster, but I don't know. It stopped tasting.
Things gotten changed.
Stopped tasting better. I usually, if I'm being honest, if I don't know that I'm going to be pouring whiskey into the energy drink I'm going for is the orange Nas.
Yeah, orange cap Nas.
Dang, I haven't Nas'd up in some time.
I still have a Nas bandana somewhere.
I think it's.
I don't think I've ever had a Nas.
It's
say
better
Nas to
flavor
me-
than Monster and slightly higher caffeine content.
Yeah.
If you say Nas to me, all I'm thinking is the first Fast and the Furious movie.
Yep. I don't know why, but Nas
I'm
always
thinking
had
of
the
the
most
second-
kick.
I'm
I think of the
second
word-
Fast and Furious, where Ludacris yells "Let's go" as he hits the nitrous.
I love that they play a Ludacris song in the movie, which would imply that there's like Ludacris exists in their world.
Right.
Yeah,
he's just an identical stranger.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but no one. But I guess Luda's not popular enough for anyone to remark on how much this guy looked just like Luda.
Right.
Like, it's just funny. I don't know.
It's like in the Ocean's 11 where they.
Oh,
where
the
they're
Julia
like-
Roberts thing.
Yeah, the Julia.
Oh
Roberts
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Has anyone ever told you look just like Ludacris?
What?
He's just like all the fucking time.
Right.
I fucking hate that guy.
Yeah. Yo, fuck
His
Luda.
songs are whack and he was bad in Crash. I don't care what anyone says.
He's a terrible actor.
Dang.
That's not a
He's
real
just-
opinion. That was a
he's-
quote from the show.
He's his own critic.
Yeah, I got you. That was Luda saying that.
Exactly.
Fantasy Luda.
I really like how the flavors of these hard Mountain Dews are bear, eagle, shark, and snake.
It sounds like Charlie Day named them.
Right?
Sounds like Charlie Sheen named them.
It sounds like a really fucked up speed dial measurement. You know, it's like you turtled a bat bunny, but like
It's like someone doesn't know the phonetic alphabet.
right. Oh man.
So I have to bring it back. Are these only legal in the 4 states or whatever that you mentioned before? Because like they still are caffeinated. Like this is
That
where
makes sense.
I didn't think about that at all, but
we
that's
had
actually
the
a really good
the
point.
4 Locos.
Yep.
yeah.
And before that, it was the
Sparks.
Sparks.
Oh man.
And briefly in the interim, Juice, Joose.
Yeah. I love
See if
juice.
the internet knows, when will hard Mountain Dew Be available in Pennsylvania. It auto-completed that shit for me.
Of course.
Oh God.
Uh,
I want big answers.
Okay.
How'd you all ever feel about the game Dead Space? Did you all fuck with that one?
I like Dead
I never
Space
played
1. I like Dead Space 1 a lot, but I struggled to immerse into 2.
I think, yeah, because, like, that was, like, 08 to 13, I think, was that, like, run of games?
That sounds about right. Let's bring it up.
I feel like I pirated a version
There's-
of that
oh my
and
God.
played like through the intro level, and that's about it.
It had the eye scene. That game had the eye scene. The eye needle.
Yeah, I have seen that scene. Okay, this article just it exists.
What is this article?
Not telling us about its availability in Pennsylvania.
Oh no, don't actually
Yeah.
watch the scene. Don't actually watch the scene. Don't actually watch the scene. Just so the picture. God, even the picture's pretty fucking brutal. I mean, I guess James Bond kind of did that originally, right?
What's that?
Okay.
Like a strapped down needle to the
Oh.
eye, or like
Yeah.
buzzsaw up the groin.
Old buzzsaw up the groin.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're not going to keep this image up. I'm sorry.
Right.
PepsiCo's Blue Cloud operation set sights on half of U.S. states so far. Alcohol permits issued in 17 states, 8 additional states registered.
Did you just call it Operation Blue Cloud?
I did not call it that. PepsiCo called it that.
Does PepsiCo sell booze, or is that they own Mountain Dew?
So they own Mountain Dew, and it looks like what is happening is that PepsiCo needs a federal alcohol wholesale permit on, I guess, a state-by-state basis.
Yeah, this is where it's like our country's like the United States, like the blue laws that are in place vary so much between states and even counties.
Yeah.
I'm sure you Pennsylvania boys, would know about this, where it's like you have dry counties left and right.
Yeah, and like Utah, I think they have like a capped alcohol percentage. So,
Yeah,
like,
it's like 3.2%. And I knew that when I went to Utah, and then I went to the grocery store and was like seeing all of like my favorite like IPAs, and was like, oh well, like I know that that's a thing, but like clearly they wouldn't make this Stone or whatever the IPA at a 3.2%. And then brought it home and had like 6 of them. Was like, I don't feel anything.
Dang.
what a terrible experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to go to the liquor store and then you can buy full strength beers.
Oh, the old spirits.
What was the SLC punk line? It was like, because they were talking about how in Seattle you can only get to like 2.5%, and they're like, then you just have a fat drunk on your hands.
Yeah,
True alcoholic will just drink twice as much.
that's
Yeah,
how.
I have
They're gonna
a
get
list of energy drink alcohols on the screen.
Amazing. What do we got? Oh, those look super nuts.
There was a vodka I remember having. So it was like pink or something.
Oh god.
Was a caffeine infused vodka.
Oh shit.
Vodka.
Vodka.
What's the one? It was called. Oh, that didn't even have alcohol in it. The Spike energy drink that like has legit warning labels on it.
It's called. They're called.
It's like whatever you do, don't drink more than one of these.
They're called Spike Energy Shooters. It's like a Red Bull size can. Me and my buddy, he's like a personal trainer, and he's like, "Oh, let's work out." And I was like, "All right, man." He's like, "Dude, we went to like a wellness store, and he picked up his vitamins and like pre-workout and everything." He's like, "Yo, grab an energy shooter." I was like, "All right." And it's like literally like, "Don't drink this if you're pregnant. Drink half a can. See where you like land. You know?
Try it out.
Yeah,
Yeah, like, exactly." So we then do, we take the fucking drink, and I'm pretty sure we're smoking weed and fucking ripping these things, and then we go to work out, and I am having heart palpitations through my chest, it was so weird, and then I'm looking at him I can't work out like this,
right,
I just feel like I should lay down and stop dying or something, and he was like, yeah, this is the worst. And I think it literally had 25,000% of your B12 or something, just an insane level. I mean, what does your body even? It has to stop processing.
Yeah, you max out, you saturate. Yeah,
definitely. Missing most of that out.
I know what to do.
Back in the day, one of my work buddies used to just chug Red Bulls, and I found at some point it was like a 24-ounce Red Bull. It was a massive fucking can of Red Bull. And just kind of as a gag, I gave it to him.
Shotgun.
And then, later that day, I saw him and he came to talk to me. And he sat on my desk and he was just twitching. The entire time he talked to me, his leg was bouncing, his hand was shaking, and it's did you actually drink that whole fucking thing?
Did you just get off the SEPTA?
Right.
Sorry, I just wanted to ask real quick, Ivan. Do you happen to have any sort of time frame for when you're going to hit the achievement in Stray?
Should be soon.
Well, we've been streaming for 56 minutes.
Have you slept in the game previously?
Not for any more than probably a minute.
Okay. I just think
it would be really funny if it popped when I wasn't looking.
I meant to ask: is there any type of?
It's showing your screen, Ivan. So be careful.
Mechanic, yeah.
Didn't.
Is there any type of mechanic that requires you to sleep in this game?
Nope. Just a cute, fun thing you can do. There's one of the robots you can find sheet music for. He's got a little guitar, so play the songs on the sheet music, and he has a pillow next to him, and if you go to sleep while he's playing the song, he'll just keep playing it.
Aw, that's cute. That's also a cool way to get little background music going while you're doing a thing.
Yeah.
I've got this corner, the bottom right corner in the frame now, so I guess it'll show it pop up probably.
Oh, great. Fantastic. Have any of you guys seen the game Endling?
Endling?
No. Endling : Extinction is Forever.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh, it's got foxes.
Yeah, I heard it, not compared to as much as mentioned at the same time as Stray. And there's a playable demo on Steam.
I love playable demos.
And it's pretty fun.
I'm gonna put
I saw that Bloodroots also has a playable demo.
God.
So I got that downloaded.
Normalize playable demos.
Yeah, really,
playable demos. Tommy almost sold me on buying one of his favorite games of Metroid on my buddy's Switch, but I got the playable demo and realized how fucked up all of his Joy-Cons are.
Oh no.
And it was almost impossible to play that game. Tommy, before you got on, I was saying another game I was playing recently was the Smash Brothers World of Light. Yeah. And it was I played through that entire game and started again on New Game Plus, but I just was cheesing it the entire time. I just was easily beating everything. And then I tried to play a game of actual skill of Metroid and was no, this is not going to happen.
It is it's a little punishing, but once you crack that chestnut, it's a wonderful experience.
This game looks cute as hell.
It's super cute.
The fact that Joy-Cons are still $60 a piece, or for replacement.
Yeah, it's terrible. One thing Nintendo does not do is they don't drop their prices, and they don't really dude, if you want to go buy Mario Odyssey, their flagship game for the Switch, 5 years ago, You can purchase it for $60 right now, and maybe they might have a sale to drop it down to like $54. Like they just like they're like, dude, it's Mario. You're either gonna buy it or not. Like fuck you. And you're like, damn, like you got it. Like so that's like the one thing. And a lot of people have made pretty convincing arguments that like Metroid wasn't in its price bracket. Like it's where other games have historically been of that nature, but it was so good that I was like, whatever.
Right.
You were saying you played it multiple times through, right? Like
I played it. Yeah, I played it like 5. I started playing the dread mode where if you do a single hit, you lose, like you die. I had even through that I had advanced like a good bit, So I was pretty happy with how much I got out of that game.
Got out of it?
Oh yeah, it was.
No sweat.
My only beef with the game is like you can't walk. Like you can't take the game slow and make it more cinematic. It like forces this like you're fleeing kind of scenario on you. But I like to like after a couple plays you're like, what if I just played it where like Samus doesn't give a fuck?
Right. You're a mini role play.
That's my favorite Samus.
Right.
Like Samus as just a complete like cold-hearted B-word, just out for pure simple revenge by way of absolute mayhem.
Zero Suit Samus, more like Zero Fuck Samus.
I cringe at Zero Suit Samus because I just
You're hurting Paul's feelings.
Well, no. Well, for so long, she was avoided a lot of the tropes that a lot of those characters fall into. And then with like the advent of the Zero Suit, they're like, oh, we have bikini version now. And it just like it just fell into that, like her character model on
Oh, that was in the very first game though. If you beat it fast enough time, you got to see bathing suit Samus, right?
Yeah, for sure. And then they had 30 years. They had 30 years to rectify that. and then they're like, do you want to double down on it? And they're like, we do.
They were like,
Right? Do you think we'll make more money?
Right.
But I mean, the other one is I never played Other M, which is like the critically panned.
Yeah, I've heard that's really bad.
And it's like it's almost crazy because like they tackle this like idea that like maybe Samus has a little bit of PTSD, and you're like, oh, that's cool.
That is cool.
But they don't do it in the way that is cool. But like the concept of it is like, whoa, this way powerful person is like cringing at this like monster that like attacked them all these years ago, and you're like, there's a lot you could unpack in a character there, but it's like they wasn't the platform for it, I guess. But I'm just like a nerd, and I'm like, oh, give me like real content to this character, and they're like, no, we're not gonna do that.
You get bikini mode.
Yeah, you get bikini.
You get bikini mode.
Here's another Dead or Alive game.
I as sort of a writing exercise, I started writing a Metroid, not like script, but like plot treatment for what cool. I imagine a Metroid movie would be. I haven't worked on it in a while. This is a couple months ago. I did most of it. But my plan is to use the plot beats from Prometheus.
Oh, I love that.
The Alien movie?
But yeah. But
we probably just lost like half our followers by me calling it an Alien movie.
No, it's okay. It is.
It is. Sorta. It's there. It's a lot more questions than answers, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Is it like the idea of the goo? Is that what you focused on?
Yeah.
So this was an idea that I had initially when I saw Prometheus, which was this would have been better as almost anything except an Alien movie. Like if they had changed the Alien stuff into like not Alien stuff, you know what I mean? Like
right.
it had just been some other sci-fi shit instead of distinctly Alien stuff. And then with them being like, but it's not really, unless, if you guys want to give us money for a whole different franchise, it can be. People were like, this wasn't Alien enough. And they were like, oh, okay. But my thought was, like, if you just replaced all the Scooby-Doo scientist assholes with Samus, replace the black goo with the Metroids and replace the yogurt guys with space pirates. It would have been a perfectly passable Metroid movie.
Oh shit! Yeah, you could even throw what's his name in there? Big pterodactyl boy.
Ridley. Yeah, Ridley.
Ridley totally fit right in there.
He's literally named after Ridley Scott.
Yeah, exactly.
That's hilarious.
Like it seems like so few steps conceptually that I can't believe no one has done that.
Right.
Dude, I would probably cringe if I ever found it, but in like 2000, I would say like 2004, I wrote. It was probably maybe even 2000. Whenever Halo was like really hot, like first Halo came out.
That would have been like 2001.
I think it did come out around then. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I really liked Halo when it first came out. I just loved the sci-fi elements of it all. But like, I just could never get over the fact that like, like the plasma weapons, like the suit. I was like, man, like this is like really like just like a more militaristic view of like what Samus could be,
Yeah.
And then I remember I wrote like as like a little kid. Oh, it's probably so bad, but like the space pirates joined the Covenant, and then like
oh shit.
Like I was like so inevitably, but like I had this
Master Chief and Samus meet up.
Yep, totally team up.
Oh,
they're both wearing bikinis.
So, like the plasma weapons of that were that, and then I almost got
that
close.
Sounds so cool.
So Dead or Alive, the fighting game had an iteration where Master Chief was a playable character, and then someone
big
took
old titties.
They took the Prime character model in the DOA Halo, and they like would match these two together. So like years later, someone made like a pretty shitty rendition of that idea though, and I was like, oh yeah, this is awesome. But yeah, I want to see that movie.
This achievement still hasn't popped. Certainly, unless I started this a lot more time after.
You were on pause for quite a bit.
Oh, that's true.
At the beginning, especially of the stream.
That's true. I'll be patient. I'm not in any hurry.
What's the achievement?
Little kitty cat. Sleep for an hour.
Nice.
We are doing Achievement Hunter tonight.
Grinding is what it's called. Grinding.
I'm told it's called grinding.
Like the Clips song.
Yes.
You know that one? Grinding. I love that song. I got a big soft spot for Clips. Some people think they're corny, but I think those people are wrong.
I disagree with your evaluation.
I've seen what makes you cheer. Your booze mean nothing to me. Speaking of booze meaning nothing to me, another game I played this week that I found from a demo is a game called Salt.
Oh.
It's like a, from what I understand, procedurally generated sailing game. Played it for maybe 10 minutes the other day. It's very bad graphics, but like hilariously bad. Like it looks like Lego shit kind of, but not on purpose, I imagine. It's on sale for $1.49, which is why I ignored the mostly negative reviews.
Okay, so with all of that said, what is your review? Give it on a scale of 10?
Well, so I played the demo, and you basically just walk around a little island. You see a weird-looking little Lego man, and he's like, "Grab the stuff out this chest. Go fix that boat if you want." And then you hop on the boat and kind of just sail out into nothing. And I think after a while, it just kind of stops. I may not have finished the demo, but the like heads up display reminds me a lot of Morrowind, and the graphics kind of look like Morrowind running on an ancient computer, like a computer that would have been bad when Morrowind came out.
You just got the achievement, Ivan.
Oh, fuck yeah. Thanks for joining us on our achievement grinder run. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you for sharing your achievements with us.
I missed it while I talked about another game that's probably worse.
I didn't even see it pop up.
I've been like staring at that corner. So I tried to look. So every time we've talked about a game, I pulled the trailer up on Steam, on Twitch. If you guys wanted to like see what we're talking about while we're talking about it, but I accidentally pulled up a different game for Salt, and this game looks tight as fuck.
What game is this?
It's called Sea Salt.
Sea Salt.
Oh, I think I've seen that one.
Some Shining Force looking shit.
I did like Shining Force.
Oh, faithful sir. Oh, Dagon. Uh-oh.
Oh, you know we love Dagon up in here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Lord, demand sacrifice! Yeah, this is fucking eldritch as shit. Cultists.
A run. Oh, I don't like those worms. Oh, is it cult game? Or cult game? Card game?
Is it? Oh, yeah, I guess there are cards involved, huh?
This doesn't look like... I love this. Guy just swinging the chain around. Fuck yeah, this looks cool as hell. I'm definitely gonna add that to my apparently too long wish list on Steam, according to some people.
The world map looks tight too.
Okay, so...
Wow, this is awesome. Holy shit. I'm glad we accidentally discovered a cool-ass looking game.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So
definitely looks cooler than the game I was talking about.
Yeah.
I just loaded our Twitch stream right now, and it started at the beginning of our session. And right as we were talking about games, it loaded as it's called Shredder's Revenge.
It's called what's Revenge?
It's Shredder's Revenge.
Oh,
that's the Ninja Turtles boy.
Yeah, exactly. It loaded back to that part of our conversation, Jesse.
How the hell did it do that?
Well, I mean, it's the first time I've logged on to Twitch while we've been streaming, so it started at the very beginning. And I guess that's when you first started streaming, and
but it's live. How does that? Okay.
Well,
I'll just
But anyways,
I just want to
Not that live.
Not that live.
may not be live.
That's hilarious, though. That is hilarious.
I was very, very confused there for a second because I was hearing
God.
multiple people talking.
Sure.
Yeah, this other Salt game looks. Hey, can we get Mom? Can we have Sea of Thieves? We have Sea of Thieves. At home.
Yeah. It looks like Morrowind and Sea of Thieves for sure.
So we have Sea of Thieves at home.
Just use your imagination. Figure it out.
Yeah, this is like they remade Sea of Thieves in Minecraft.
A little too round to be Minecraft.
Yeah, true. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks cool. It looks weird. It looks ugly. So I felt charmed by it, and it was $1.50.
I was gonna say that hits our 3 check marks.
If it had been any more than $1.50, I would not have got it.
A bridge too far.
But I also had 94 cents in my Steam wallet.
Nice. Does it have remote play together?
I don't know. Can check.
That was actually what you were talking about for the Ninja Turtles things an hour ago.
Dude, I'm like, remote play together is so good. I mean, it doesn't work great, but it's such a good concept.
It doesn't always work great, but it is a great idea. For sure.
Yeah, I'm so down to try and play some of that Ninja Turtles game, remote.
Def.
Hell yeah. We could do that for another stream or something too.
I will button mash the shit out of my character.
Who are you going to pick?
Dibs on Raph.
That's cool. I'm either going to be Mikey or Casey.
I mean...
Ooh, I might be Splinter.
They had to unlock Casey.
That makes sense. You have to
you
unlock
get April. You get
and-
April and Splinter, and Splinter are your like kind of newer edition, non-classic.
I'm excited
quad.
to try April.
Yeah, they have like they give them like a cool little power subset too. Like it's like it's speed, power, and range. I believe was like.
Okay.
But
do
I
they,
want
like,
was
do they decrease as you like do combos and stuff? Like
I a little bit like so yeah like
you gotta manage it.
Yeah, but it's pretty on its face. It's really true to its like kind of like as you remember it, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle days.
Hell yeah.
But there is like a good dash mechanic that maybe wasn't there all those years ago.
Hell yeah.
It's like a dash dodge.
Speaking of dash dodges, no more sliding in first-person shooters. I'm taking a fucking stand. I hate it.
I liked the sliding in Bulletstorm and Titanfall 2.
Titanfall 2 is basically based on sliding, so yeah. Or at least the surfing they do with that. You seen surfing on Titanfall?
No, I haven't.
All right, the next video I'm pulling up.
All right. Oh yeah. I like when I get like a whole page of notes for stuff from the horse's mouth, and we get less than a quarter of the way through it.
We're so distractible.
Meanwhile, like while I was writing it, I'm like, I hope this is enough stuff.
Right. Oh, I
we've only talked about video games for the last hour and a half, nearly hour and a half.
We could do this for literally ever. Like somebody's going to have to say no on video games for us to stop doing this.
What is happening? Like,
I guess next time we'll start with. Sorry, go ahead.
There's a mechanic
I'm watching this video.
Yeah, there's a slide mechanic in this game that works on vertical surfaces as well, and so this isn't the actual game. People just built maps for the purposes of doing this, which is called surfing.
Right.
It's they made it in Counter-Strike
anything that's like not exactly. Oh no, maybe it is 90 degrees.
Maybe.
I thought it was like anything that was like just shy of 90.
I think there's Counter-Strike surfing too.
The thing this reminds me of is the game Tribes back in the day.
Oh yeah!
Oh my god, Tribes was my jam. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is another version of surfing in Counter-Strike. It's literally just like you have special mechanics that make you stick to walls, and then like it's a racing game essentially.
It's very funny.
The skiing in Tribes was like Tribes 2 was my first like PC game.
That's a pretty big first PC game. Because didn't that boast about having like the biggest multiplayer at one point?
I would believe that it did. I mean, I think you could have 64 people on. Like,
I was literally going to say the number 64, so that must be right.
It's amazing. Yeah, that's one of those games that like I knew about, but I never. And like I think I had it, but I don't think I ever really got into playing it because I don't usually have the willpower to get good at online games.
Yeah.
Well, I remember that like a lot of the people that I played with, like Counter-Strike came out after Tribes, and like a lot of I was full on in like a clan, then like we would do the like competitive games with the against other teams. We were not very good, but we still did it. Like a lot of my team started drifting off to Counter-Strike, and I was like, I don't get this game. Like, when you die, you can't respawn. Like, what? Doesn't make any sense.
I don't have to buy guns. I just bought guns. It's a game about guns. I should just have the guns.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoa.
What's whoa?
I wanted to, because Paul said that Tribes came out before Counter-Strike, and I wanted to double check that, but I'm pretty sure he's absolutely right. I think Tribes came out in 1998 and Counter-Strike came out in 99.
Yeah, also remember that I'm old.
Good job, Paul. How old are you? You're not that much older than us.
I mean...
I think we're all in almost the same range.
Yeah, same range, but I'm 37, so I've got probably four years on most of you guys.
You have 2 years on us.
Okay, 2, okay. I know you as like a.
I mean, that's enough to have clearer memories of 1998.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, yeah, especially like in that time frame for how old we would have been. Yeah.
Also, like it's when I'm saying 37, I'll be 38 in 3 months. So like it's
Nice.
not that far away of being. I mean, high school graduation was 2003 for me.
Okay. Yeah, 6 for me.
Okay.
Tommy, are
So,
you
yeah.
an 88? Or are you an 89?
89.
Yeah, okay.
Do you want my last 4? Or should I just give it to you?
If you can just give me the straight
Maybe
up
Tommy.
credit card number,
Yeah,
that'd be fine.
pop them in there real quick.
Get that security code.
Just
too.
let me get your
And your zip
Steam
code.
account password.
Yeah, no biggie. No biggie.
You got the credit card
have
connected
your-
to it,
yeah,
right?
It's actually the same as
Yeah,
my
you have
last
your credit
4.
card
Yeah,
saved,
yeah.
I just use the last 4 digits of my social for all my passwords. No big.
Yeah. I just want to really streamline
amazing.
this.
That's hilarious.
I keep
man.
getting my identity stolen. They keep taking it.
Speaking of streamlining, what time are we going to this evening? Does anyone have a hard exit?
I do have a 10:30 exit for Tomboy.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
do 10:30. That's cool.
Fantastic. Well then, let's move on from video games since we've talked about that, and see if we can't talk about tabletop or movies for the rest of this time.
Okay.
Has anyone played any other tabletop games since last we spoke?
I played Catan last. That was about it. It was
Nice.
classic.
Still haven't got the alien game to the table.
No, we busted out the board. It's a wonderful board. It's got the cat on the back of the board.
Oh, it's got
Very
Jonesy on it?
Yeah, it's got Jonesy on the
Yay,
back.
Good boy.
But we were like breaking it down, and we were drinking, and we were like, you know what? Like, let's table this. Let's pick Catan because we know it so well. And I don't even know if we finished that game. We might not have finished that game. I was in a position to win.
It happens.
Yeah. I have historically always lost, so I'm never too mad at
Sure.
calling a game early.
Catton.
I'm just here for the company.
Catan went how I thought it would.
Man, I used to go. You might be surprised at this, but I used to go too hard at Catan.
Jonesy.
I used to like
You?
write down everybody's numbers and shit, and
Ever.
like try to make statistics from game to game. There's like the ultimate move in Catan.
Tracking my ratios.
If you pull the ultimate move in Catan, so there's a move you can do where if you have all of one crop, you trade it all out, and then you play the Year of Plenty, and then ask for it all back. So you basically just steal
What?
everybody's
Jesus.
cards. I did that one time, and like people remember that for games later. Like,
Oh, it's longer than that. I bet you people still remember that.
I'm sure if I played Catan with some of those people, they'd still be like, "Yeah, we're just automatically against you."
Vengeance is
Here's how you know you're fucked up.
Right. I mean, it was great for me. I was like, I did it. I think the last board game I played was Coup. Just fun. Have you guys played Coup, the card game?
No.
Yeah.
That's a cute
I
little
have
game.
I have a copy of it. It's pretty fun. It's like it's a really fast moving hidden identity game. It's sort of like Werewolf but
Werewolf-y,
even
yeah.
faster.
Yep. That's the really nice part is there's
And
very little
changes
commitment.
changes even faster.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually a pretty big inspiration for "'Twas Ye That Damned Us."
Nice. That's awesome.
I was like,
I
how
love
can
to
I
hear
have how can I do a hidden roll game but even faster and with even less rules?
I love that.
The
I want
only
the hidden roll game where you have to drink.
the only board game I've played recently has been Codenames, which is not
Codenames
really
is awesome.
Also a good
board
one.
game, but yeah.
Yeah, it's close enough. It's a tabletop game.
If Coup
it
counts,
is
then board game,
definitely
then
tabletop.
Code Words definitely counts. Codenames.
Yeah. I was also
Codenames.
talking about, like RPGs or anything.
Yeah.
One day I'm gonna have you
anyone,
boys over my house and we're gonna play Paranoia and it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Hey,
So
Seth.
you keep saying that, but like I don't even know what paranoia is.
Don't worry about it.
What are you freaking out about, man?
I should be worried about it. Is what I'm hearing. I should be really concerned about it.
It's nothing. It's nothing to be concerned about. It's
No.
just
I
that
should be paranoid
just
about-
because you're
Hey.
paranoid doesn't mean they're not out to get you.
It's like oh god, what was the way it was really good described? It was like
It's like I have no mouth and I must scream
Right.
via Monty Python.
yeah, exactly. It's like basically you're in this giant structure. You kind of don't know what it is, but it's basically like a building for all intents and purposes right now. And there's like a Deus Ex Machina, but the software hasn't been upgraded in years and years and years. And you're a clone, so you can like death is very common. All sorts of weird shit. There's communists and mutants, and I'm not doing a great job at selling this,
I like
but
that.
it's fun.
I like that. I liked
what I
that
wanna
little.
hear.
I liked that little Latinglish you did in there.
What'd I do?
The Latin English supposition.
I'm pretty good at just making up like language.
No, it was. I'm saying it was good.
Nice. I don't even know what we're talking about, but nice. Thank you.
When you said so, you're like you described setting as you're in this like machine, and then you said there is a Deus Ex Machina, which means there's a god in the machine.
Yeah. Gotcha.
But just using the whole Latin phrase
I forgot that I said Deus Ex
instead of
Machina.
describing it as like an AI.
Right. Yeah. It's friend computer. And you're like, yo, friend computer, I want to do this thing. And friend computer's like basically monkey paws everything that you want. And so you stop trying to talk to friend computer really fast. But anyway, that's your only tip I'm giving you.
The
works for
less
you.
talking to friend computer, the better. Got it.
You mostly won't have choice, but
Putting that in my big paranoia document.
love it.
I played a game called Knave last night. I don't know if I've ever talked to you guys about Knave.
Is that NAIVE?
Knave.
Thank you.
Like a medieval like a medieval miscreant, if you will. But so it's a really cool system. There's a video on that playlist, John, I sent you. If you want to cue that up, Jesse.
Yes. Where did you send that to me?
Facebook Messenger.
Yes. Okay. Give me a sec.
And send it to you again real quick too.
No, I can get it. Don't worry about it.
Okay. But so Knave is like it's part of this OSR thing, they call the old school Renaissance, which is like modern updates to old like AD&D and I forget what the other one's called, but like
AD and
first,
HD?
first and second edition D&D and their contemporaries, which basically is just focused on speed and ease of use more than anything. But Knave is peculiar in that it is designed to specifically create average, like what would have been average first and second edition characters.
Oh, I love that. Instead of like
so
these epic like.
Right, so it uses like all the same stats, but the way they advance and the way they sort of interact with the world is slightly different. But the way we've been playing it is my buddy Jim has been DMing, and he's just
Jim's
using
sick.
a straight up AD&D pre-published adventure, and he's just like on the fly, just do it the Knave way. And it's been a lot of fun. My guy got murdered by goblins yesterday, so pour one out for Herb Spiral.
Herb Spiral. Damn, that sounds like
Can I have a question here?
Yes, of course.
As we have been playing, what I again say to my friends is my D&D game, and I've never played a actual D&D game. Like,
That's
what do
true.
you do when there's a player death? Like, the PC happens. Like, you are.
So Knave, because it's so fast and easy to make new characters, this group we have sort of a running gag that whenever a player dies, their identical cousin or one of their identical twins shows up.
Of course.
I
You
love
were
that.
the third of the triplets.
Yeah, exactly. Turns out we were quadruplets.
Okay.
So
I love
don't
that.
know I don't know who Herb Spiral's long lost identical cousin is going to be, but he'll show up eventually.
Serb Hyrule.
Spice Twirl.
Fantastic. That's going
dude's a
on the
natural.
list. This dude is a natural for sure. He is. My giant list of D&D names notepad. Not all great. Some of them pretty good.
Spice Twirl is going to be in the
Spice
not
Twirl.
very good list.
Yeah, but it'll give me a laugh later on when I read it and I go, oh yeah, Herb Spiral.
Oh yes, his long lost cousin.
But so Knave is, I don't know if any of you guys watch much D&D YouTube. There's a channel though called Questing Beast that is pretty popular.
I'm familiar.
Knave was written by that guy, Ben Milton.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, can you repeat what you just said?
I said Knave was written by Ben Milton, the guy from the Questing Beast YouTube.
Oh, okay, thank you. Sorry.
And saying that exactly like that.
It was for my ADHD brain. It literally just went
same
right
information.
Right out my brain.
Yep, no sweat. But so my buddy Jim turned me on to Knave in the first place, and then I endeavored to procure a physical copy of it because I just got the PDF on the internet, and the physical book is like a cool little zine. I think it's like 12 pages maybe, printed by a company called LFOSR, who print a lot of really cool stuff with a lot of really cool art, including a game called Cairn, which is like an even simpler Knave. There's only 3 stats in that, and it's apparently like I don't know. I think it's more about like the dungeon, whereas Knave is just kind of like a slot on to whatever setting. I believe Cairn is meant to be like specifically like a cave crawl. So I was checking out prepping for this show tonight, and was checking out the LFOSR shop, and I discovered a game that I have not wanted to play so bad. Wait, I said that sentence bad. I want to play this game really bad is what I'm saying, and I haven't wanted to play a game this bad in a long time. It's a game called Skate Wizards.
Skate Wizards, moving down the playlist.
And it's a collaboration with a band called Loot the Body, who does like specifically D&D themed music. Their main writer, it might actually only be one guy, Levi Nunez, and the art is by a guy named Michael Seung, I believe, Hsiung. He's got a real good Instagram, but the art is insane, and you play as skateboarding wizards who
awesome.
do magic by doing skateboard tricks, and it comes with custom dice and a cassette tape.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yep. The music is not like, it's not offensive to me, but it's not like what I would put on.
Okay.
It's not bad.
What can you describe anything about it?
Well, so I put up the Skate Wizards official music video on that playlist. So if you can get the sound to go on that.
Start with Skate Wizards. Yeah, okay. You guys might not be able to hear it through disc, but you can probably hear it through Twitch.
Hey.
Oh, okay. So it's hippier music.
Yeah, it's a little on the like psyche,
Right.
side of things, it kind of reminds me of that band Parquet Courts.
Okay. I was thinking more like a... Oh, I don't even know. I was gonna say like The Who meets... something.
Yeah, it's a little, it's almost like a Beach Boys.
Yeah.
Like garagey or Beast Boys. What are they fucking called? Beach Boys.
The Who meets the Beach Boys. And they turn the distortion up a bit.
Yeah,
it's cool.
The song I chose this video because it's the only animated video, or like it's the only video that has stuff on it on the internet.
There's
they
band,
have a
band
camp. Yeah.
Cool.
There's a band I know called Beach House. I feel like
Yeah.
Similar vein.
Yeah. Definitely groovy.
They have better songs on lootthebody.bandcamp.com.
Cool.
I would recommend checking that out. The one album I was listening to that had some rockers on it was called Hex Part 2, I think, or X something Part 2. It was
That's
pretty
cool.
good.
Have you heard of, speaking of sound games, have you heard of this game coming out called Metal Hellsinger?
Oh. Sounds
So
wild.
take Doom, but we'll watch the official trailer because I actually haven't seen it yet, but it was described to me earlier
It's
today.
a video game?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm sorry to jump back to video games. It just reminded me
That's
of it.
what? I'm sorry.
I'm furious about this.
It's Doom,
Pissed.
but you
Never been
get
angrier.
bonus combos by lining up with the metal music.
Oh, cool.
So let's see what this is like. This Skate Wizards looks fucking sick.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, I think that was the
Would like
weakest
to-
half pipe entrance I've ever seen in my life.
all right.
Oh, this is wild.
Oh boy,
If they're fighting on beat to get combos.
that's tight.
Did you play like Tomb of the Necro? What is it?
Give me the Necro Dancer.
Yeah. And they made a like pretty much like a Zelda skinned spin off of that game called Cadence of Hyrule, I believe. And it's pretty cool. Now I'm just like reminded of like how little rhythm I have as a human being.
Right.
And it hurts. It hurts because they're like, oh, we'll put it on easy. Just tap it to the beat, bud. And they're like, you still there? I'm like,
I'm still trying to figure out how to hit beat 2.
you're like,
I don't
please.
know why it's different from beat 3.
You're like, why is it always on a different time scale? You're like, it's not.
That's funny.
Hell yeah.
There's a playable demo for Metal Hellsinger.
Oh, hell yeah. Hellsinger,
Hellsinger.
yeah.
It's not even out yet.
No.
That's pretty cool though that they got the demo before it's out. They got some long-haired metalhead looking guy talking about the game in the trailer. I
Classic.
trust this guy.
Classic. A new Digimon game is apparently now available.
Ooh.
Yeah, but it's like a virtual novel
goodness.
more so
Oh,
than
gosh,
it is
okay.
that piqued my
sim.
curiosity as well, and it plays at some points like a strategy game, like Tactics. But I think from what I've read
Mostly
on some of the
visual novel.
reviews was that the focus is on the visual novel.
Cool. Sometimes visual novels are fun. Like I really enjoyed oh fuck.
Final Fantasy Tactics.
Well, yeah, I mean, I played that like every other year. I fucking love that game. War of the
game
Lions
is
on
so
mobile
good.
is
But
so
there's-
good. They
but
put it in
there's so
iambic
much,
pentameter. Oh my god. Oh, what's that word? What's the Shakespeare talk called? I always say it wrong. Iambic
just said it.
pentameter. Is that right?
You got it. Yeah, iambic pentameter. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's so cool. Oh, I love War of the Lions. It's really good. It's on mobile.
Oh yeah.
But I was thinking more of
I mean, that's like fucking, Tolstoy or Shakespeare.
Yes.
It's like capital N novel, not a visual novel.
Right. I'm trying to Danganronpa. That's the game I was trying to come up with.
Dragon Grandpa.
Dragon Grandpa, yes. Yeah, that game is literally just walking from like interaction point to interaction point, and then like find some clues.
I do
but
like
they made
solving
an anime
mysteries
about
in
it.
games a lot.
You might like it.
I like discovering clues and stuff.
Like
Putting little stuff together, being like, you know what I mean?
yeah, absolutely. You might really like it then. I personally like. I think the whole all 4 Danganronpas would be really awesome if they were just like a consistent like Funimation anime.
I'd probably just watch a YouTube John.
Mm-hmm.
A little YouTube channel.
Well, my tabletop segment was a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be. Didn't have that much to talk about, but check out LFOSR and Knave and Skate Wizards if you're out there listening. Since we are back on video games, though, I did want to mention a game called Tin Can.
Tin Can.
Another game I played the demo. Yes, it is on the playlist.
Yep, it is.
It reminded me of it's like a smaller scale hard space.
Oh, that's the space
right?
repair game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why didn't you like that?
Spaceship disassembly? Because it makes you go refill your oxygen every like 4 minutes on some of the maps, and it's just too tedious. Whereas Tin Can is like a similar idea in that you're in space and you got all these fiddly little bits to fiddle with, but I feel like the smaller scale of it makes it more manageable.
Fiddle bits.
And the fact that like your oxygen is just the oxygen in the room with you, and if you have like if you're running out of oxygen, you have to like fix your oxygen thing.
Okay.
Whereas
that's nice.
in hard space, it's like you're running out of oxygen. Stop playing for a minute so you can go refill it.
Right.
It's like, well, that's not fun.
That's annoying.
There's a reason I never played that SeaWorld game like with eating and drinking on.
SeaWorld game.
The game where your ship crash lands on the sea planet and then blows up and makes everything nuclear powered.
Oh, Subnautica.
Subnautica, thank you.
Oh,
I didn't play that because I'm scared of giant sea creatures.
Yeah.
Did you play it?
It's a fucking horror game. I have. I've gotten pretty far in it. I like it, but it's fucking terrifying.
I played it for 5 minutes. As soon as I fell in the water, I got eaten, and I screamed, and then I turned it off and uninstalled it.
Oh, dude, you didn't even get to like swimming around in dark water, just hearing things scream in the distance and get closer and closer.
I'm gonna download Subnautica.
Sounds awful.
Have you never played it, Tommy?
No, but it's on
it's
on the Xbox Pass. They have Below Zero as well.
Oh yeah, I haven't played Below Zero yet.
I'm just gonna play the original one.
Give it a try. It's super fun.
No, this like deep sea ocean exploration definitely.
Again, I recommend turning off the bullshit stuff like purifying water and eating. I can't.
Sure.
Yeah, I hate those mechanics in the games where it's just like, oh, you haven't eaten. Like
certain games I really like survival components.
Right.
Like,
Long Dark does it good.
Like the Long Dark has really good. Like it's just I think it's just a matter of like pacing and balance, you know.
Exactly. Use it. It needs to be my motivation, not my distraction from the main task.
Exactly. Just like hard space versus Tin Can.
Right. Exactly.
It shouldn't be there to just make my actual like main task that I'm doing take 6 hours instead of 1.
Right.
I also hate when like it doesn't even follow like a realistic time frame, especially eating.
Right.
When it's like you're like, okay, like, you know, in a survival, it's just like you're like, dude, I literally like my character did just eat. Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
Right. I had 4 bags of jerky. If I had 4 bags of
yeah.
jerky in real life, I would not need to eat the rest of them.
I could not eat 2 of them
because I would be disgusted with myself.
Yeah. Especially jerky. Like that's not easy.
No,
It's so much chewing.
Mm-hmm.
Sits like a goddamn leather brick in your stomach.
My only beef with the
this
Long
game
Dark.
isn't on the. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say this isn't on the playlist. I don't have a trailer for it because I didn't think it would come up. But talking about Subnautica, have you guys seen the game Iron Lung?
Iron Lung. I'm about to. Oh, I see Markiplier has played it. That means it's going to be very popular with the kids.
It looks real spooky. It's like Subnautica, but instead of like a fancy looking, sci-fi looking spaceship, you're just in like essentially a giant metal barrel.
Oh God, I'm already terrified.
The only way to look outside of the ship is via a camera.
Oh, I see that. Oh my God, this is horrible. Oh,
Yep,
this is terrifying.
This is how you drive the ship.
Oh my God, this is terrifying.
Just these awful little buttons.
Oh my God, I've got to play this. This is terrifying.
Oh, yeah, and the ocean's made of blood.
Oh my God.
And I think if you go too deep, you just get crushed by the blood.
That's called Tin Can?
Iron Lung.
Iron Lung.
Oh, Iron Lung.
Iron Lung is the scary one.
Tin Can it came out a couple months ago.
Tin Can is the space one.
Did you ever play Soma?
I saw a video of someone playing it. I think it was maybe Oboe Shoes. I don't know if you guys watched that. I'm sorry, what was the question you just asked, Jesse?
You ever play Soma?
No, I know that name, but I've never I don't it sort of looks like BioShock adjacent, right? And
yeah.
You do you play as a robot?
It's like, well, I didn't. Maybe that might be like one of the twists. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I didn't get that far in it. It's like
BioShock.
Yeah, it's like BioShock meets Amnesia. Like you don't really interact with the world very much. You just go around kind of like finding things. You're underwater, and you very quickly discover that the only other creatures around are robots that think they're humans.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, so which leads to some like very eerie like dialogue. Yeah, it's pretty wild. I didn't get too far in it because it kind of bored me.
I have no mouth and must scream.
Man, you know I got a theme.
I
got
we like what we like. I like games about kitty cats. You like games about unspeakable technological horrors.
I mean, they're not that different.
Yeah, just unspeakable fuzzy horrors.
God, these camera stills are fucking terrifying.
Yep. It's the idea that like it is stuff moving around in the world that the only thing you can see of them is still photographs and their radar blip is so deeply unsettling to me.
It solves the problem that we talked about last time with Amnesia, that once you've seen the monster, you can wrap your head around it and it's no longer scary.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. Huh. I mean, maybe Iron Lung is a really worthwhile experience. Maybe we can do a next time we have a From the Horse's Mouth, we'll do half God of War and half Iron Lung.
Hell yeah. It's only $6.
That's not bad at all.
I'll try it. This might be my well, if we don't do it on stream, this might be my October spooky game.
Ooh. I'm excited for October spooky game. I definitely want to do that again.
Do you have yours picked out? Play. Okay.
It's $6.
I had a couple of ideas.
You can buy the soundtrack for $2. That's how you know it's good.
Oh,
wow. It's probably a good soundtrack.
It probably is. The fact that they
I bet you it's creepy as
fuck.
fuck.
Like the fact that they took time to separate it means like,
Right.
Play this at your next Halloween gathering.
Yeah, why not?
I don't like paying to be spooked.
I think it's such a unique human thing.
I don't really like horror games at all, which is kind of why I think it's funny to do the October spooky game.
Well, that's perfect because you don't want people that aren't scared of horror games streaming horror games. You want somebody who's like scared at every little fucking sound and jump.
Good point.
You know what I mean?
Metro was the one that I was thinking of because that is a recent game that I tried to play that was too scary for me to continue.
Oh, really? What I was about to say I don't think that's going to be scary enough, but maybe.
Oh man,
different
I was
strokes.
so spooked.
Different strokes.
It was the part in the. Did anyone play this?
I beat the first Metro, not the second.
So it was the first Metro. You're in the part with the building with the like gorilla looking enemies that you can like. I didn't find this out until way later, but you can like can like bulldog them.
Meaning the blind
You can
ones?
just like when they see you, they like puff up first. But
Right.
if you just run right up to them and point your gun in their face, they'll back off.
Oh, okay. Like an actual like guerrilla bluff charge.
Whereas if you shoot them, they just attack you and you die.
So you literally bluff charge them. That's wild. They're apparently called the blind ones.
Something like that.
I'm bringing up a picture of them. They're awful looking.
So in the part where you first... Oh, yeah, they're terrible. So in the part where you encounter these guys, there's like a couple of like scripted jump scares, and they were scaring the piss out of me. But I like talked myself down, and I was like, all right, know where they are now. I'm gonna prepare. I'm gonna wait at this corner, and then when it pops out, I'm not gonna be scared because I'm gonna know it's happening.
I'm a big boy.
I'm a big boy. I'm an adult man. I'm,
You know it's a good game when you're like hyping yourself up to press forward.
I'm strong. I'm proud. I'm beautiful. And I turn the corner in the game expecting this fucking nasty bastard, and he's not there. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? And then 2 seconds later, he pops out of a completely different spot. I screamed. I turned the game off, and I uninstalled it. I was like, it's too scary. I can't do this shit.
Right, and you're also inviting yourself into a situation where you might be pulled into the video game yourself, and you don't want anything like that.
No, the
You
reverse
want to find
rain.
yourself in
That's why I
like
play nice, friendly games like
you
golf with
want
your
to be
friends.
you want to be in like Stardew Valley or something.
Yeah. I feel like, man, if real life farming was as easy as it is in Stardew Valley, that would be extremely tight. I feel like Stardew Valley would be a very good game to get trapped in.
Yes, I think it's your best bet.
Those vegetables look delicious.
They do, especially when you get them big old pumpkins.
Oh man, the great big pumpkin, so tasty. Imagine how much pumpkin pie you can make out of that.
It was Animal Crossing, right, where they realized you could like vary on the stock trading market of I don't remember what it was, but like
Wait, what?
Animal
Animal
Crossing.
Crossing had stock trading.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
like-
it wasn't, but it was like acorns or something stupid like that, where it's like you could join someone else's room and like their acorns could be valued super high, and then you could just trade them all at that super high and go back to your room where it was at whatever it was.
That's
Oh, shit.
wild.
The old insider trading.
Exactly. Have you played Spooky's House of Jump Scares, Ivan? Or heard of it?
No.
This might be
No,
a nice...
no.
I'm going to put it up on the stream, but this might be a fun October one for you.
Right.
It's scary and cute.
Oh.
Cute and
I
scary.
keep trying to interact with the stream, like video.
I have done that, trying to like click and drag maps around.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nope, that's not how anything works, brain. You know this is the wrong window.
Driving shadows that await you.
Well, hello there.
Or will you fail in your journey?
Okay.
Just in my manner?
Well, Wolfenstein-y.
Mm-hmm.
You can find out.
Yeah, so very, room exploration, jump scares.
That's it. Oh. Oh, he's just a little skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little skeleton guy.
But in the
Let's see,
moment, it's a lot
if-
scarier.
If that's what we're talking about, jump scares, I can handle that. Yeah, okay, well, ghost.
Wait till the trailer gets a little further on.
Now we're in a dark room with just a flashlight.
Mm-hmm.
I will be the person playing this game with my monitor on like absolute max.
Max brightness.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the lights turned on. Somebody within
Oh,
earshot.
yeah.
This game looks like it's fucking nuts.
Yeah, this is Some of these visuals sure took a turn.
Right? I actually never watched the second part of this trailer. I didn't realize that it got so intense.
Oh shit.
I might have to replay that. I'm pretty sure it's free.
Oh yeah. Spooky's House of Jump Scares. Great. I mean,
I
A
just
plus title.
I don't like it based on that title. I hate jump scares.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's not the same as like actually being scary, you know?
Yeah, it's just tension and surprise.
Yeah. It's just surprise.
I think they
The
have a little more
fact that
auditory
you know that
tension
you're-
building.
Yeah, I believe it.
The fact that you know that you're going to get jump scares, is that where you're going?
Right, yeah, exactly.
It is
Like,
free. It's free to play.
Even knowing that you are going to get jump scared does not prevent the jump scare, you know what I mean?
No. Especially when they start using that against you.
Right.
And you're like, oh, I'm turning a corner. I'm going to brace. Nothing there. Oh, there's shit behind me. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it is totally free to play, so that's cool.
Oh yeah. Well, put that on the list for October Spookies.
Oh, there's a hospital.
I thought I had more spooky games downloaded, but I'm looking through my shit and I don't really. You'd think I don't like horror games or something. I thought I had at least a couple though.
Maybe that was the spooky thing.
The whole time.
The true horror was inside all along.
I'd love to watch Ivan play all of Amnesia.
Ooh boy.
I'd join that party.
I'll do it for charity.
I just got Rebirth. I'm gonna try that. Maybe in
Is
October.
that the fourth one?
I would say it. I would call it the second only because I don't think like War of Pigs or whatever counts.
Okay.
I've heard it's not
Machine
very
for
good.
Pigs?
Machine for Pigs.
I think that's the second one.
I think it's
I do have Phasmophobia, which is a game I am very interested in and have not played even once.
I know
I
that.
thought you were about to tell us that you were afraid of ghosts.
I am afraid of ghosts. No, I don't believe in ghosts. But
Phasmophobia.
I feel like that would be a fun group game if we can all acquire a copy.
Is this the Ghost Hunter
Fortunately,
game?
it's not. Yeah, you like.
Where you're in a mystery. You're like trying to solve a mystery. You get like. You're basically playing
like
a
that.
TV version of like Ghost Finders.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
cool. My dad loves that shit.
Shit,
God.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks
dope as fuck, yeah.
pretty fun.
Holy shit! They've got a VR version.
Oh, I believe that.
That's got to be scary as fuck.
Yeah, that would give me problems, I think.
That's how you turn the fucking horror up to the next level.
Hmm.
VR.
It does. Yeah, it does seem like that would be the immersion that you may have been lacking.
Have you played Darkwood?
Nope.
It's like a top-down. I think it's technically roguelike, but it's really creepy little game. I'm just like naming the creepy games I have on my list now.
Nice.
Well, y'all, I have to skedaddle.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, it's about that time, and it seems like a great time to call it. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you for being
this
here.
Impromptu from the horse's mouth, and thanks everyone for tuning in or checking this out on our YouTube, which I'm sure you know how to find because you're an adult human in 2022 and you know how YouTube works.
Hell yeah.
You can also find us on Instagram at the How to Kick Flip a Horse. Check out DJ Yev, Ayeva on SoundCloud. He does our music, which we did not use this episode because I don't think any of us have it downloaded.
Nope.
But it's great. It's great songs. He does banger tunes. Check him out. What else we got? I don't know. Check out all the stuff that we talked about.
Yeah,
Check
go
out our
down in
other
the
episodes.
descriptions and click the things.
Yeah, click on the stuff. You know how the internet works. Find a thing and click on it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, enjoy the rest of your night. Viewers at home.
Say bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Perfect.